Canva is an amazing website when it comes to designing reels, getting stock footage for posts and carousels and reels as well, templates, PLR content for digital marketing. It's great for designing reel covers. It's great for designing highlight covers and Instagram stories. It's kind of an all in one design website that you should definitely consider looking into when you're using Instagram to grow your business. When you first get to canva.com, you're going to come over here to sign up, and it's going to ask you to either sign up with Google or another way. Then it's going to take you through all the steps to create an account. It's going to ask you if you're a business or personal account, and then it's going to ask you if you want to become Canva Pro or not. So let's see the Canva Pro membership pricing. Let's compare the different plans. So for an individual, Canva is free. What's really great about this is they have photos and videos and all these things you can use. But anytime that you see a little crown in the corner, that means it's only for people who use Canva Pro. Now, Canva Pro is $120 a year. So what is that? About $10 a month. You will get way more out of this than the $10 fee if you're using it to create content for your social media page. So I would definitely consider at least trying the free trial for Canva Pro. But if anything, just get started with Canva free and go from there. Now we're in Canva. We've paid for Canva Pro or we have a Canva free membership and we're going to create a design. We're going to be talking about Canva when it comes to creating for Instagram. So we're going to be looking at Instagram specific content. There's so many things that you can create on Canva: stories, carousels. You can create posts, you can create reels, you can create backgrounds for stories, you can create highlight covers, you can create reel covers. There's just so much that you can do with Canva. And what's really great is that Canva has templates that are already pre-created, so you don't have to be super digitally savvy or artsy in order to figure out how to use Canva's templates. So when you come to Canva, it says, what will you design today? You can either search here for templates, or what's really great is you can just go to this create a design and it's going to come up with all these different templates for you to choose from. We're going to look at Instagram specific templates. So let's look at Instagram stories. What's great is that these templates are all already in the correct sizing. So this one is just going to bring up a blank page. And then what we can do is we can go over to the side over here and we're going to hit design at the top left corner. And here is where you will see templates and you can search for story templates. So let's say I want to search for beach, and it's going to come up with all these amazing beach story templates that I can use. If we go back to the main canva.com, we just go back to that main page again. If you search in this main search bar here, which we can do in just a second, and we search beach Instagram story, then what's going to pop up is all those templates we just saw. So there's a couple different ways you can look at the templates. You can either just search them in the main search, or you can go to create a design and build it out from there. I really like this one. That's cool. You can see how if you hover your mouse over the video, it will actually show you a preview of what the video looks like. And let's go ahead and click on this one. You can see that this one is for pro members only. Over here, you can see this does not have a crown in the lower right-hand corner. So this would be available for someone with a free membership here, pro membership, free membership. So there's lots available for both. We're going to go ahead and click on this video, click on customize this template, and we can go in and start editing. One of my favorite things to do on Canva is to start with a template and then come in and edit it exactly how I want it to be for my own content. And that's how you should be using Canva as well. Let's walk through the sidebar tool on Canva. The very far left, this black bar that will show up is really, really great place to navigate your Canva account. This very top square with the two squares next to it is where you go to design your templates. So if you have a design that you're creating and you want to add a specific kind of template to it, that's where you'll click. This next one is elements, which is going to have graphics and clip arts and photos and videos, all of those kind of things that you can add to your already created content is going to be here in elements. Then you're going to have your text options, which includes fonts and text colors and combinations and editing for your font. This brand hub is really great. It's a Pro Hub member exclusive, but it's great for making branded content. So you can save your colors and you can save your brand fonts, and that way you're not having to click and go find all of those things every time you want to use them. Your upload media is where you're going to be getting content directly from your phone. So things like wanting to add screenshots or your own videos and then edit them, you can do through upload media. Draw is the art utensil for drawing and freestyling on your designs. Projects is going to be all your saved projects in Canva. Canva saves everything automatically as you go, which is amazing because you don't have to worry about saving constantly or forgetting to save. And all of those saved projects are going to be right here in this folder. Apps is how you can connect to different apps that can either enhance your design or you can connect to things like Instagram. Photos is going to be photos available from Canva that you can use. Videos, again, videos that you can add to your design. And backgrounds is backgrounds that are available for your design as well. On Instagram and seeing people's profile pictures where it's just the person's face and a solid color background, and you thought to yourself, how do they get that photo? Do they stand in front of a colored wall? How do I make a profile picture like that? Well, I'm going to show you how to do that today in Canva. So go ahead and just take a photo of yourself or whoever you want to use for your profile photo. Then we're going to come up here and hit share in the right hand corner. And instead of just downloading it as a photo, we are going to hit download and we're going to hit transparent background. This will take the photo and give it a transparent background, and I'll show you what to do with that in just a second. So go ahead and hit download. We're going to download it. We can go ahead and save it. I'm just going to add that right back to Canva. It's now being downloaded into my Canva account. And we're going to come over here to create a design, and I'm going to say Instagram profile picture. Okay, so this is going to pull up a design. I'm going to choose, and this will be in the right pixels and the right sizing. I'm going to come in and choose one of these templates. Actually, you can come over here and see these templates on the side. I really love this one right here. So let's use this as our template. And we're going to go to uploads. We're going to pull in our photo that we just brought in, and we're going to replace the photo with it. So do you see how you can just drag it into the middle and it'll replace it? Now, when you upload this into Instagram, it's going to remove this square part in the back, and it's just going to have the gold overlay and this middle circle as your profile picture. Let's take this template that we started using and turn it into a story that we can use on Instagram. So I want to add my own text. I don't want the text that's already there from the template. So go ahead and click on the text, and you're going to hit the little trash can that is 3 over to your right. And this is going to help you just delete anything that you don't want. I also don't want that little red dot. Okay. So I like the looks of this. Let's play it a little bit and see. Yep, this looks great. So now what you're going to do is go ahead and hit this little arrow pointing up with a half square underneath it, and go ahead and hit download, and we'll go and add that to Instagram. We're going to download it as an MP4 video and hit the purple download button. Go to Instagram and click on add a story. Then it's going to take you to your camera roll. Go ahead and choose the video that we downloaded from Canva. And here's where we get to have fun. We get to put in our own text, our own video, our own stickers and graphics. And we can go ahead and take that template from Canva and use it to create our own Instagram story. So I'm going to say new release because I'm going to be talking about a new product. And I'll go ahead and make the text black with a black background so it kind of matches in. And I'm going to put it here in the phone. And what's fun about this is it's just a fun way to kind of capture people's attention. They'll look at this and think, oh, that water is so beautiful. And it's just a great way to get people engaging with your content without having to constantly be coming up with all of the stock video and stock footage yourself. Canva is really great for stock footage, stock video, designs, and then you just go in and add your own elements when you get into the Instagram app. On Instagram, it's really important to have highlights. You want to have saved highlights so that people who come to your page have something to look at to get to know you, your product, and your business better. When you come to Canva's main page, go ahead and search templates, and you're going to search highlight covers. This is going to show you Instagram story highlight cover templates. And these are free. Remember, any of these that don't have the little pro, you can use in your main story. And all of these are amazing, amazing, amazing for having highlight covers that really draw attention. This is one of my favorites, this social media story highlight covers with the text that kind of wraps around. It's very easy to go in and edit, and you can make it say whatever you want it to say. So instead of about me, my family, my travels, what I do, you definitely want to use the about me. You also want to make sure to use testimonials. You should do tips and tricks is a great one. You could do Q&A. So you want to click on the text, and we're going to switch it to Q&A so people can get to know you and your products better. And then we're also going to have one that says the name of our product. So let's say we're selling a course about Canva basics. So I'm just going to say back to Canva basics. Back to Canva. It's actually going to be too long. It'll wrap around too far. So let's see if yep. Okay. So I'm just going to write Canva basics so people know what it's about. Leave that there. And then when you want to edit the colors so that it matches with your brand's colors, go ahead and click on the background, and down at the bottom you'll see it says color next to replace. And here is where we can change the color of the background and make it whatever we want it to be for Instagram. And then as you can see, when I change the color to something light, it makes it so that the text doesn't really stand out. So if I want to change the text to black, I can click on the text, scroll over a little bit, and go to color again under the big A. And here's where I can change it to black so that now it stands out on this new coloring. And I want to have the border color change as well. So I'm going to hit border color, and again, I'm going to hit black. This way, it really stands out on my Instagram page. I'm going to go up to the right-hand corner, hit the little arrow with the square below it to download it to my phone, and I can go ahead and put that on my Instagram now. Let's talk about creating a static photo or a carousel for Instagram. Starting off, you want to go to Canva. You want to create a new document that is the size of 1080 by 1350. You don't want it to be a square. Instagram is no longer a place for square content. You want it to be taller than it is wide, so 1080 by 1350. Then once we have the document created, we're going to go down to the bottom left corner where it says design. And here you can see a whole bunch of carousel designs that you can choose from. Let's go ahead and use this one as a template. Here's how to grow on social media. This is a really beautiful template, a really great place to start off with. We're going to do apply all 6 pages. It's going to go ahead and add it in, and this is where we're going to edit. So now we can go up here, and the username, we're going to type our username. We're going to change the title. If we want to switch this back image, we can go to replace, and we can choose an image to replace it with. Then we're going to just leave that share and save down there. And here is where we're going to put the content for our carousel. So we'll go through and edit the text. And then at the end, we can edit this little section. This is our call to action. So leave a comment, share your thoughts, or we could put the word that we would like for them to comment if we want our automation to trigger. Okay, so we made our carousel post in Canva. We downloaded it onto our phone. Now we're going to go to add a new post. If we want to add a static image, we can go ahead and just click one photo, then you'll hit next. If you want to add it as a carousel, we're going to hit where it says recents, and then over it has a square with little line coming down from it. We're going to hit that in order to add more than one photo. You can add up to 10 photos in a carousel. So go ahead and click them in the order that you want them to appear. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hit next. And now people will be able to scroll through your carousel like so. Hit next again. Then we're going to write our caption. Remember, we always want to start with a caption hook. So here, and then a down arrow, and then we'll write our caption, our keywords, and our hashtags. We always want to add music to a carousel. Go in and add one of your trending audios that you have saved, and then go ahead and hit share. Canva is such a great place to go for reel design and for mobile video footage. If you don't want to have to be filming constantly and constantly trying to find stock footage websites, Canva is a great place to get video for your reels. A really easy place to find video is just this. You might want to try this mobile video button. It's a great place to get videos for your reels. You can also search Instagram Reels. And this is going to pull up video templates that you can use for your reels. These are really awesome. Again, you're going to want to go in and delete the text that's on the screen. One of my favorite things to do is to search a specific theme. So maybe you want coffee, and I'm going to look up a video of coffee, either pouring or brewing. Let's see. Let's go ahead and click this one. Coffee brewing. Once I tap on it, it's going to pull up the template. I do not want all this text on the screen. I want to add my own in the Instagram app. So I'm going to come in and delete all of this here. Let's go ahead and see the video. Perfect. Okay. So go ahead and download this to your phone, and we'll go in and edit it on Instagram. Hit the little arrow pointing up, hit download, and download it as an MP4 video. In Instagram, go ahead and add a new reel. It's going to show up in your recents because we just downloaded it to our phone. Click on the video that we just uploaded. And we're going to hit next. I'm going to pause it so that the audio is not playing loudly. So when we come in here, there are a few things that we want to do. We're going to add our hook as a text on the screen. So let's say our hook is just going to be, I bet you didn't know. And then add something related to your niche. And make sure that the text stays within the text boundaries so it doesn't go up above this line to either side of these side lines or down below this bottom line. You want to make sure it stays on the screen. It's kind of not showing the W for no, so I want to make sure that the text stands out a little bit more. I'm going to outline it. Another thing you can do is go into effects and you can search for dark. And we're going to darken the background just a little bit so that the text stands out just a little bit more. Let's click around and see. That one's good. So you could do this as well. You can just darken the background. And that way the text, even though it's just white, will stand out more. And then once we finish our hook with something related to our niche, I also want to have a call to action pop up. So it's going to say read the caption for more, with an arrow pointing down. And I want this to pop up. It's not going to go below that line or else people won't see it. I want this to pop up toward the end of the reel. So I'm going to come in. I like kind of when it gets more filled with the coffee right here. So I'm going to go ahead and edit this clip down. We don't want it to be longer than about 7 seconds, but ideally closer to 3 seconds for something as short as this hook. So I'm going to go in and slide the editing bar, and I'm going to come in on this side and edit it down to about 3 seconds on this side as well. So let's go ahead and edit it down. And now that's what the video is going to look like. I want to go in and edit the call to action to not pop in until closer to the end of the video. And we're going to go in and add our audio now. So hit the audio button, the little music note in the middle of the 3 top editing buttons. Go ahead and choose one of your saved audio. That's the trending audio. Perfect. So now you can see that the caption or the call to action was just perfectly aligned. That's great when that happens. Otherwise, you can go in and edit the call to action so it pops up on the drop of a beat. So people are going to come in, they're going to see our hook, and it's going to say, now they know I want them to read the caption for more. We're going to hit this little blue arrow to the upper right. Go ahead, add your caption, add your hashtags, add your keywords, all of that in here. You're going to go in and you're going to add topics. You want to add topics that are related. You want to add your location, and then we're going to hit share, but that's after we add a cover photo. I'm going to show you how to do that in Canva next. One of my favorite things to use Canva for is to create covers for your reels. This gives a clean aesthetic look to your Instagram page and also gives people an easy way to know what your content is about before they even click on anything. So let's go ahead. We're going to take a screenshot of the video that we downloaded from Canva originally, just the clean video with no text on it. We're going to use that screenshot to make a reel cover. Go ahead and search in Canva for reel cover. And it's going to bring up a whole bunch of reel cover templates. These are all the correct size. We're going to go ahead and click on one that we like. And I'm going to delete the text that I don't want on my reel cover. So I don't need these little stars. I don't know what that is about. We don't need this text. We're not going to put all of this. We want the text to be as basic as possible so that people can understand what they're getting, but also not be completely overwhelmed by text on that tiny little cover. So I want to go in and I want to hit replace after clicking on the photo in the background, and I'm going to replace it with the coffee photo. Sometimes it does this wonky thing where it kind of changes the image up. There we go. Okay, so there's the coffee photo. I'm going to replace this with my hook. So my hook is, I bet you didn't know, ... And now I want this to go and be on my Instagram. So I'm going to go ahead and hit download. I'm going to download this as a PNG, and I'll show you how to upload it on Instagram. We're on Instagram. These are the final steps before we upload our reel. We're going to hit edit cover, and we're going to go ahead and add from camera roll. We're going to grab that photo that we just made and hit done. And now when this pops up on your feed, it's going to be a nice aesthetic cover with your hook or with your title, and it's going to just make a really clean look on your Instagram page. Let's talk about some more editing tips that you should know in Canva. These are going to be some really fun ones. So if you click on the photo, let's just say that I don't like how dark and intense it is. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to hit transparency on this bottom scroll bar. And I can come in and adjust the transparency, which is going to make it either lighter or darker. And it's going to make this top filter not quite so intense. And then what I can do is I can go in and edit the back photo as well. And I can make that more or less transparent. So you can also adjust the layers. Maybe I want the photo in front of the text. Maybe I want the photo behind. You can come in and drag and drop these layers to adjust where text and your photo is sitting. I also really like coming in and clicking on the text and then going over to effects. And this has some really, really cool text effects that you can use. And some of these are really fun and really a great way to draw attention to the text that you have on the screen. You can also animate the text. So maybe I want to use text from Canva in my reels. I can have it animated and have it kind of pop up on the screen as it appears in the video. Here are a couple more features you'll probably want to know as well. If you make a mistake on Canva and you want to undo it, go ahead and look in this upper left-hand corner. You'll see an arrow pointing to the left and an arrow pointing to the right. The arrow pointing to the left is to undo what you just did. The arrow pointing to the right is to redo it. So say I want to undo this. I didn't like the change. I hit the little arrow to the left and I think, oh, wait, I actually did like it. So I'm going to hit the arrow to the right and it will redo it. Then I want to go in and make some more edits, but I don't want the font moving around the page while I do that. I'm going to come in and I'm going to lock it in. So I'm going to hit these three little dots in the upper corner. This is going to take me to more options for the font and the text. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to hit lock or lock position. Either of these works. Lock's position just means it's not going to move around while I'm moving around other things on the page, which is really nice as well. Then I want to also show you that there are filters, there's the ability to flip, there's the ability to create layers. There's so much you can do on Canva. This app really has it all.